This is a Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday Morning TVLog, and this time around it's the new Adventures of Gilligan, brought to us by Filmation. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. I'm Duel, Big D, of course. And today's Saturday Morning TVLog is on the new Adventures of Gilligan. An animated series originally produced by Filmation, along with the creator of the ever-popular Gilligan's Island, Sherwood Schwartz, premiered on ABC in the fall of 1974. Of course, this was in a way a continuation to Gilligan's Island, which ran for 3 seasons on CBS, which this premiered 7 years later after the series had ended. Anyway, now it featured all of the characters from the show. Most of the original cast reprised their roles for the series. Of course, among them were Bob Denver as our titular character of Gilligan, Alan Hale Jr. as the skipper, Jim Backus as Thurston Howell III, and Natalie Schaefer as his wife, Lovey, and Russell Johnson as the professor. The only ones that did not return were Tina Louise and Don Wells, who of course played Ginger and Mary Ann. They were both voiced by Jane Webb, who recently did voice acting for recent Filmation series like the Archie franchise, as well as Batgirl in the original Batman cartoon. Anyway, the reason was that Miss Louise wanted to distance herself from the role of Ginger. Consequently, the animated Ginger changed from a red to a platinum blonde in case Louise objected to the CEO using her image. And Wells was currently on the road in a play and was unavailable at the time. Now, Webb provided the voices for both those characters, although she was credited under 2 different names, though. Jane Edwards for Mary Ann and Jane Webb for Ginger. Anyway, the overall storyline of this animated series was basically the same as its live-action counterpart. The plots of the individual episodes were similar to those of the originals of the series as well. A first-minute skipper sailed a 3-hour tour with 5 passengers and ended up stranded on an uncharted deserted island. You know the story. The one change was the introduction of an anthropomorphic monkey named Stubby, who is befriended by Gilligan. Which, believe me, this was absolutely funny, because he's another comic relief besides Gilligan. Maybe not ultimate, but hey. Much like other Filmation series at the time, the stories were more aimed at children and often contained a moral lesson. Many of the episodes concluded with an educational tag where Skipper and Gilligan would talk about whatever lesson they had learned that day. And the show worked with an educational consultant, Dr. Nathan Cohen of the UCLA, to supervise the educational content. So, now it wouldn't be the first time, because that same year, Filmation's first live-action series, Shazam, premiered, and of course that also included an educational meaning. Now, of course, this of course was based on Gilligan's Island by Sherwood Schwartz, which of course Filmation had recently done an animated series for his recent hit, The Brady Bunch, which that happened to have just been canceled that year. And of course, its animated spin-off, The Brady Kids, which also just happened to end that year. But anyway, still, I gotta say, this is a pretty funny tune. I actually did watch several episodes of this on, YouTube when they had them. However, they were taken from reruns of the Groovy Ghoulies in France, because later on, the show would later get aired as part of the Groovy Ghoulies in France in syndication. But anyway, now, the show ended after 2 overall seasons. The show ran for 16 episodes in the first season, and then on then it got another 8 episodes in 75. Wait, a little bit before ABC severed ties with Filmation because of their live-action animated series Uncle Croc's Block. Anyway, the show, however, proved to be a real load of fun, what have you. And I really do think it's funny. While I never did watch Gilligan's Island much, but I had some respect for it. But eventually, I actually decided to give this show a try since I'm a Filmation fan and I really do love it and what have you. Anyway, give me a moment. I'm going to show you what the characters look like just in case you never saw the show. Be right back. Now here's a picture of all the cast members, and I'm sure you know them by what they look like. Now, as I've pointed out, Ginger's now a platinum blonde and what have you, so now you know the facts and what have you. But anyway, I like the way they look. They're pretty funny and all. So now you know why this is a pretty fun-filled show from Filmation, even though it's a little underrated in ways. Anyway, again, after the show ended, the show would later resurface in syndication as part of the Groovy Ghoulies and Friends block. And, well, after that, it would never be seen again until years later. The first episode, Off Limits, would be featured on the second volume of Warner Brothers' 1970s Saturday Morning Cartoons collection, which you can also find on the complete collection of Saturday Morning Cartoons should you not have any of those solo sets of theirs. Anyway, and now they had planned to release a DVD set of it, but unfortunately it later got shelved for a while after it got released, after the first episode was featured on that set I talked about in 2009. Now the complete series was to come out 2 years later, but was pushed way back. We wouldn't get until 5 years later when it finally got released. It's a manufacturer-on-demand title, as you know. You can get it for probably a reasonable price on Warner's store and Amazon. So, if you're a Gilligan fan and what have you, or if you just want some plain hysterical humor, give the New Adventures of Gilligan a try. You might get a good laugh out of it. Now, after this had ended, about years later, a little over 7 years later after this ended, well, Filmation and Sherwood Schwartz would do another follow-up, and this time, well, after many other Gilligan's Island post-TV series movies were actually done, there would actually be another cartoon in the form of Gilligan's Planet, which I'll be talking about in next week's Saturday Morning TVLog, which they finally get off the island but end up on a planet. But I'll explain about that when we get to next week's Saturday Morning TVLog. Saturday Morning TVLog, that is. But anyway, that's the reason why I do these. Bring back good old memories of Saturday mornings after they've been dead for many years. So anyway, that's about it. But anyway, what are your thoughts on the New Adventures of Gilligan? Ever seen it? Please tell me in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below, subscribe to my channel as well, and be a part of the Big D Nation. And join me next Saturday morning for Gilligan's Planet. Okay, thank you very much. Now, I mentioned I was going to do a special something, maybe a live stream, even though I said I wasn't, but just stay tuned and you'll see. I might do a bonus review instead. I was thinking of doing a live stream, but I decided the heck with it. I'm deciding to take a break. So no hard feelings, everyone. I've decided to do another bonus movie review. So stay tuned and find out what it is later on tonight. But anyway, thanks for watching the Saturday Morning TVLog of the New Adventures of Gilligan, which, can you believe it? This is the 60th episode of the Saturday Morning TVLog. So I thank y'all for watching these. But anyway, if you like this, you might want to check out some of these other animated series that were based on TV shows and what have you. In the upper left-hand corner is the Saturday Morning TVLog I did for one of the shows I mentioned earlier, the The Bray Kids from 1972, which was also from Filmation. Or if you'd like, go to the upper right-hand corner for the Saturday Morning TVLog of the Fonz and the Happy Days game that I did last year, which came out in 1980. Or if you just want to try and catch up with what you might have missed last week, see last week's Saturday Morning TVLog on the bottom left-hand corner in the form of the Quickie Koala Show from 1981. In the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., or if you just love these Saturday Morning TV logs, then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.